What up? What up? What up? Yo, what up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Shout out to y'all, man. Oh, shout out to Turo. Matter of fact, Turo, I don't know how you do it, man. I actually just saw your video online on YouTube that you just posted, and that's what notified me to it. So shout out to Turo for TV. He's the one that put me up on this one. I just saw him talk about it. So make sure y'all go subscribe to him, man. I just saw him talking about this just now. But make sure y'all tap into this live, and we're going to get into it. We got some news going down at ESPN here today surrounding Doris Burke. So make sure you guys tap into the live, and then we're going to get it going. He said, all the LeBron stands and media are getting booted out of there. That's an interesting point. That's an interesting point we definitely going to get into. But let me allow everybody to catch up to the live. I'm sure it's a little bit early where y'all are at. But nevertheless, we're going to get it going. We're going to get it going. And then we're going to go live after this. But let me just talk about this one here. So let's give it another minute or so before we get into this story here surrounding Doris Burke. Make sure y'all tap in. Make sure y'all let me know where y'all are coming in from. And then we're going to get into this. Let's give it another 30 seconds or so, 30, 40 seconds. And then we're going to get into it. Matter of fact, now the story is flashing through my timeline right now. Yahoo Sports just posted about it. So we're going to get into it. Let's give it 20 more seconds, and then we're going to start this thing up. Okay. Going to take another minute or so. Much love from Dreamers Pro. Nah, people usually catch up to it. Shout out to you in Chicago there. People usually catch up to the live. Let's give it 10 more seconds, and then everybody will catch up. He says she was a DEI hire. Oh Lord, y'all are not dragging me into that, man. Y'all are not pulling me into that. Oh, no way, no way, Jose, no way, no way. All right, so let me get into this story. So we got a breaking news to report here. Doris Burke. This is just from Yahoo Sports. Breaking: ESPN is demoting Doris Burke from its NBA Finals broadcast team and promoting Tim Legler per The Athletic. So that's what they're saying there. There are also other news publications. We have Yahoo Sports. Okay, we got Yahoo Sports. I want to pin this in the comment section. Okay, now the link is too long, but you guys can go check it out. It's on Yahoo Sports. I want to read it here. It says ESPN reportedly demotes Doris Burke of NBA Finals coverage. It says, let's continue on. When ESPN airs the NBA Finals next season, Doris Burke won't be a part of the broadcast. The network is reportedly demoting Doris Burke from its NBA Finals broadcast team in favor of Tim Legler, according to Andrew Marchand of The Athletic. Burke, who's 60 years old, provided NBA Finals coverage at the network the past 2 seasons. When she was first elevated into that role in 2023, Burke became the first woman to serve as a game analyst during a championship series and one of the 4 major sports in North America. Burke provided coverage of the finals last season alongside longtime play-by-play announcer Mike Breen and former NBA star Richard Jefferson. Both men are expected to remain on ESPN's #1 broadcast team next season. They'll be joined by Tim Legler. In June, The Athletic reported Burke's spot on ESPN's top NBA team was in jeopardy. Following that report, Burke received praise from Indiana Pacers coach Rick Carlisle, whose team was playing in the NBA Finals at the time, and Jefferson, who wore a shirt in support of Doris Burke at the Women's College World Series. Despite those showing of support, ESPN reportedly still made the move. ESPN Executive Vice President Mark McQuaid is the one who reportedly made the call, per The Athletic. Network Chairman Jimmy Pitaro or President Burke Magnus could have vetoed the decision, but did not, per Marchand. Legler, a former 10-year NBA veteran, is a longtime NBA analyst at ESPN. He joined the network in 2000 and has appeared on countless shows over the past 25 years. Legler started regularly calling games at ESPN in 2023. So this is the news, guys. Okay, so for the new people coming in, Doris Burke of ESPN has been demoted from her NBA Finals coverage, and now she's going to be replaced by Tim Legler. What are my thoughts about this? First of all, it's important that we say Doris Burke and the entire NBA Finals crew of ESPN came under a lot of criticism this past NBA Finals for their lukewarm coverage, some of the cringy stuff that Doris Burke was saying, and the way that they were just twerking it up all day long for LeBron and all of that. So you have that aspect of it. The second part of this is simply this. ESPN put themselves in this situation because they already had a good team, the best team, really, in terms of finals coverage of Mike Breen, Mark Jackson, and Jeff Van Gundy. If you guys remember about 2 or 3 years ago, when they fired them, a lot of people were upset because Jeff Van Gundy spoke with a lot of candor and he called things the way the way they needed to be called. Mark Jackson had a good chemistry with Jeff Van Gundy, and Mike Breen would be able to kind of mediate the situation between the two of them. So that was a fantastic crew. So them going from Jeff Van Gundy, Mark Jackson, and Mike Breen to Doris Burke and Richard Jefferson, they took a step back. It was a lateral move. And most people were not fans of that trio. They were not, right? They were not. The finals coverage was boring. As a matter of fact, ESPN as a network was criticized for their coverage of the playoffs in general. But the commissioner decided that he wanted to whisper in the ear of, I think it was a Jimmy Pateri or whoever it was that was the boss at ESPN, to axe Jeff Van Gundy because Jeff Van Gundy was too critical of the NBA product. And to me, I didn't think Jeff Van Gundy was critical. I thought Jeff Van Gundy was somebody that would say, he would say things that anybody with common sense would point out. And because Jeff Van Gundy refused to sit up there and twerk it up all day long, they got rid of him. That's essentially what happened. He said, Dreamers Pro, the channel for chauvinists. Oh, my God. So we got another pandering panther in the comment section. So let me understand this. She's fired because she was a woman, right? She was fired because she was a woman. Now, let's go down the line of this primitive thinking. Could I not then turn around and say that Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy were fired because they were men? Could I not just say that too? You see what happens when you're a sexist? You say things like this. You don't really think about things in a robust way. You're saying that I'm being a chauvinist because a woman got fired. But I could be saying that you're sexist because when Jeff Van Gundy and those guys got fired, you could have said that they got fired because they were men. But you didn't think that through. My friend, whoever this is, Aliza, please relax yourself. I have a daughter. Relax yourself with your nonsense. This is not a political live. We're talking about her getting fired. If she was good enough, she would still be there. Not fired, her getting demoted. So if she was good enough, she would still be there, and you wouldn't have to make these ridiculous arguments. What happens? I hear you say some BS regarding all women report. Oh, my God. Now, this live is taking a turn in a different direction. Now you've heard me say, now it's, I have been saying stuff about women in sport. Who are the women that I talk about in sports? I've only talked about 2 women on a reoccurring basis. Malika Andrews, who is annoying as hell, and Molly Karam, who likes to interrupt the star of the show and weigh in like as if we're tuning in to hear her speak. Nobody tunes in to hear Molly Karam's take on anything at all. So her choosing to interject her opinion into sports matters when she's not the star of the show, it's annoying. Malika Andrews, well, she has something against men, black men to be specific. So who are all these women? But my thing is, why are you so caught up on the fact that it's a woman? It's a woman. But when Jeff Van Gundy and these guys were, I never saw these women talking about, oh, it's a man. No one, yo, look, whoever this is, Elisa, that's not gonna work with me, bro. You can pull that off on some of them dudes in America where that's supposed to be working. That is not working with me. That is just not gonna work with me. I'm sorry. You need to knock it off. I'm not one of those dudes that you're gonna pull that over. As I'm sitting here talking to you, I have a wife. So clearly I'm doing something all right. So you can keep all of your nonsense about chauvinist and all of that stuff. Ask my wife how much I spent on her this summer. And you tell me if I'm a chauvinist would do that. And she could do whatever the hell she wants. So knock it off. Please, with all of that, you're a chauvinist and all of that. Go get you a man and have a nice day. Go, no, take her out of timeout. Take her out of timeout. Let her talk. Take her out of timeout. Let her talk. But go get you a man and have a nice day. Anyway, so this is the breaking news that we got here today. Doris Burke has been demoted by ESPN for Tim Legler. And I think that's the correct decision to make. Because Tim Legler is actually good at analyzing basketball. He is. Now, he works at ESPN, so from time to time, maybe every month or so, they take a jar of honey and they put it on his office desk to kind of remind him of how things are supposed to work at the network. But Tim Legler usually calls things the way that he sees it. And I think he gives sound basketball analysis. Not just Doris Burke. Richard Jefferson wasn't that good. Now, Richard Jefferson is humorous, so at least he has that going for him. He's humorous. But Richard Jefferson twerks too. Don't get it twisted. Jeff Van Gundy and Mark Jackson are better at calling games than Richard Jefferson and Doris Burke. You happy? I added a man into the equation. Are you happy now? I added a man to the equation. Am I back now? Am I safe now? I can no longer be called a chauvinist now. I wasn't a fan of Richard Jefferson too. Am I okay now? Am I okay now? So I support this decision. And the question and the point is, if you are good enough, nobody's firing you. Shannon Sharp wasn't let go of because of ratings. Shannon Sharp was let go of because of antics. In this case, they're demoting her. It wasn't because of something she did. It wasn't. It was just probably the ratings or the performance or whatever, or maybe they decided to go in a different direction. Who knows? But I know in the United States, they got a lot of snowflakes out there where now you can't even have a sports conversation where they're talking about a woman being demoted. All of a sudden now you're being sexist. This is where we are in the conversation. We can't even have a sports conversation no more without being categorized. Richard Jefferson is good, but he ain't all that. I would rather listen to other people, if I'm being frank with you. I mean, they just signed Cam Newton to a multi-year deal at ESPN. We did a show about it yesterday. A lot of people are not excited about it. So this ain't got nothing to do with no man or woman stuff. Like, whoever's the best, let them do their thing. All right? Somebody said this is great news. He said I should have kept on the sideline. I like Doris. Stephen A. Smith needs to be fired too. Should have kept Van Gundy and Jackson on the absolutely. Jeff Van Gundy and Mark Jackson were the best. They were the best, especially Jeff Van Gundy. Especially him. Especially him. Mark Jackson has so many quotable, memorable lines. Hands down, man's down, hand down, man down. Mama, there goes that man. Mama, that's a bat. Like, come on. Like, these guys were it, man. He's like, this ain't no secret, but that's his one bet. Like, those guys were the top, the best of the. So they got rid of him. He said, can we find Reggie Miller's another twerking ass? You know what? But I think Reggie Miller's with TNT. I think Reggie Miller's with the TNT coverage, right? Reggie Miller's with TNT, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think he's with ESPN. Reggie's with TNT. Reggie Miller's with TNT. But he's another one. Not to say that he should get fired. I'm not saying that he should lose his job. But Reggie Miller be twerking. That dude be drooling over the LeBron James, bro. Even Doris Burke does it too. There'll be games when I think Doris Burke is calling a game and like maybe LeBron misses a free throw or something. You can literally hear them now. Oh no, LeBron, come on. I'm like, what is this? You might as well put on a cheerleader outfit at this point and run out there with the pom-poms. Oh no, LeBron, don't do this, LeBron. I'm like, what is this? What is this? Is this coverage? Like, what is this? So, like, it's not about feeling bad, bro. When they give you an opportunity and you don't stay there, it is what it is, bro. If ESPN gave her the opportunity, and I think it was the first time in sports history that a woman was able to cover a finals of a major sport, they gave you the opportunity. Now, if you can't stay in that position, it's nobody's fault. Gilbert Arenas and Skip Bayless have a new show coming out. When Skip Bayless and Gilbert Arenas went at it on social media, and Skip Bayless offered to debate Gil, I told Gil, invite Skip to the Gil's arena. I said it's going to do numbers. He's like, nah, I don't want to give him life. I don't want to give him life. I don't want to give him life. All right, cool, whatever. So I was a bit surprised to see that they're now doing a show together. Now, I'm not a football guy, so I'm not going to really watch it because I'm not into football, but I'm sure some people that watch football would definitely watch it. Mr. Winters, appreciate you, man. Appreciate the comment. He said Skip and Gil. We'll have to see. I don't know. I don't watch football. Those of y'all that watch football will probably let me know how that show is going. Is this before or after she's getting convicted for gambling? Is this before he's getting convicted for gambling ring with the mob? I don't know anything about that one, man. I don't know anything about the legal stuff. That's a better move. So, Dreamers Pro, you are a drama world. What does that mean? I'm reporting the news, bro. I'm reporting the news. What you want me to talk about? It's the news. What you want me to talk about? Is it bothering you that I'm talking about the news? Come on, the news is the news. What is this? The news is the yo. What is this wrong? Yo, hold up. Hold up 1 second, y'all. What is this? Okay, I don't know what this is. But anyway, so that's the news. That's the news, y'all. What do y'all feel about it? Do y'all agree with it or disagree with it? What do y'all feel about it? Do y'all agree or disagree with this move? Do you think ESPN made the right move? Yes or no? Let me put it in a poll. Let me see. Did ESPN make the right move? Let me see. Or let me just say right decision. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. For the new people coming in, Doris Burke has been demoted for Tim Legler, who has been promoted to the ESPN's NBA Finals coverage. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Do you know why she was demoted? They haven't specified that. We got an article here from ESPN. Not ESPN, Yahoo Sports. There has not been any real extensive explanation as to why that has occurred. All they said was that she's being demoted. She covered the last two NBA Finals over the last 2 seasons. They didn't really specify. My guess is it may have to do with something about the coverage, because ESPN was heavily criticized for the coverage of the NBA Finals. So my guess is something about that, right? It may be something about that. I could be wrong. Rachel Nichols was better than. Rachel Nichols was really good. Rachel Nichols was actually really good, though. You see, Alisa? You see I can give a woman props? You see that? Rachel Nichols was actually good. And I forgot who the lady was. I think it was who was that girl back then with the Rachel Nichols when she was recorded in the bubble. I forgot the person that she ultimately lost her job for. Who was that person? This I can't remember the lady's name. Some years ago, and then she wanted to make as much money as Stephen A. Smith or something like that. And then we looked at her like, you're absolutely outside of your mind. Like, what are you talking about? Make as much money than Stephen A. Smith. Carrie Champion. No, it wasn't Carrie Champion. Carrie Champion was the moderator. Maria Taylor. Yes. Maria Taylor. It wasn't Carrie. Carrie Champion used to host First Take. It was Carrie Champion. I mean, Maria Taylor, yes. She was out of her mind. When we heard that she's trying to earn similar to what Stephen A. Smith is earning, we're like, are you insane? What? What? Y'all better knock it off. He said she's still with NBC. Okay, I don't know. I don't know. Business decision and criticism with her specific. I believe so. It has to be one of the two. I don't think it's anything personal because they're the ones that gave her the opportunity to begin with. So I don't think it was anything personal like that. She's with Sunday Night Football. Okay, great. That's fantastic for her. On the poll, you should have added an option ESPN. All ESPN decisions are bad. So most people believe that this is the correct decision to make as well. So anyway, guys, that's the news, man. Just wanted to give you guys an update. I got it from Too Raw. He's the one that started talking about it first. So that's the update. But we got another live on the way for y'all, and y'all don't want to miss that one because that one is actually absolutely hilarious. He said, I do remember that some people had an issue with that World War II. Yeah, I remember it was just weird. It was getting weird. We're like, what is going on here? I'm like, what is going on here? So anyway, guys, appreciate your support. Appreciate you guys tuning in. And we'll catch you guys on the next live. We got another live. We probably go live in the next 30 minutes. So y'all make sure y'all around for that one. Also, before I go live, man, how much time do y'all want as a heads up? Is 5 minutes cool or is 10 minutes? How much of a heads up do y'all want? 10 minutes or 5 minutes? Let me know in the comments. Just write 10 or 5 for which one y'all appreciate. Which one y'all would want more? 10 minutes heads up or 5 minutes is good for y'all. Let me just see what people are saying. Okay, 10 minutes. 10 minutes. All right, 10 minutes. Okay, somebody said 7 minutes. All right, 10 minutes sounds good, man. 10 minutes sounds good. Appreciate you guys, man. And we're going to catch you on the next live. Y'all have a good one, man. Y'all have a good one. Peace.